Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN Television News. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
As we prepare and remain vigilant amid the coronavirus pandemic, the GUT Credit Union remains committed to serving you and your family in the safest way possible. We have increased the frequency of cleaning and sanitizing all branches and ATMs throughout the day. In an effort to maintain the protocols of social distancing, we encourage you to use the ATMs to conduct simple transactions. For your protection and convenience, our officers are available to conduct business via telephone if needed. As a member, if you are facing financial challenges as a result of the pandemic, please contact us to discuss the range of flexible options available to you. More information can be obtained by calling 440-1354, emailing gutcu@spicile.com, or visiting www.gutcu.com. Together, we can successfully navigate through this time. GUT Credit Union, it's where you belong.
This is a GBN Television News, so Wednesday, the first day of April 2020. In the headlines, one new case of COVID-19 confirmed. COVID-19 case flees Grenada. Shops open for villagers during first curfew break. Police investigate murder in Boca. In the sports news, Cricket West Indies President Ricky Skerritt calls for a united fight against COVID-19. And in Around the Globe, Trinidad and Tobago records its 5th COVID-19 related death. We invite you to stay with us. We are reporting the day's news.
This is GBN, the nation's news leader. This segment is brought to you by Quartz Grenada Limited.
Despite the situation we now face, one thing is for certain. We will get through this together. As much as we are a part of your community, you are a part of who we are. Let's take care of each other during this time, as we always do. And soon, we know that with the dawn of that new day, all of this will be over, and our land will once again be healed. In the meantime, stay safe. Know that we're here for you. Quartz, bringing value home.
Good evening, this is News at 7. I'm Kenroy Batiste. Top story, Grenada now has 10 confirmed cases of the coronavirus COVID-19. That's according to Health Minister Nicholas Steele during a national address on Wednesday.
I announced that one more laboratory confirmed case of COVID-19 on mainland Grenada has been diagnosed. This brings the total confirmed cases of COVID-19 to 10. The individual is a 58-year-old male who arrived in Grenada from New York on March 19th. He started experiencing symptoms on March 30th and was tested on March 31st. His symptoms are currently recorded as fever, cough, and general weakness. He is quarantined and being monitored closely. There are 2 other family members in the household, and they too are under quarantine, but are not exhibiting any symptoms of the virus to date.
Well, Grenada's first case of the deadly coronavirus was imported into the country by a Grenadian residing in the United Kingdom. Within 4 days, that number rose to 9, and results on Wednesday now bring the count to 10. Minister Steele said the individuals are all exhibiting mild symptoms at this time.
The individual was found through proactive contact tracing by health officials using the manifest of the New York flight, which arrived in Grenada on March 19th. I want to emphasize that healthcare officials have been aggressively engaged in contact tracing, especially of individuals who arrived in Grenada during March 16th to 22nd period. All the individuals who have tested positive so far for COVID-19 are stable and exhibiting mild to moderate symptoms. In terms of testing, 37 people in total have been tested to date. 10 people have tested positive to date, with 1 result pending.
Minister Steele said government already reported the new case to the World Health Organization, WHO, and the Pan American Health Organization, PAHO. The confirmed cases of COVID-19 are 3 males and 7 females. Health Minister Nicholas Steele confirmed the departure of a COVID-19 confirmed case to the United Kingdom without the knowledge of health officials in Grenada. Speaking to the nation on Wednesday, Minister Steele addressed the issue.
I wish to address a very vexing matter. One of the cases confirmed last weekend left Grenada on the same day the confirmation was announced, but before he got his results. We subsequently learned that he is now in the United Kingdom. I wish to outline the timeline of events. He was tested on Thursday, March 26th. The results came back on Saturday, March 28th. As per procedure, health officials tried to reach him minutes later to inform that he had tested positive for COVID-19. As minister, I went ahead and announced the case to the nation, as we have been doing. The individual was neither found on Saturday nor on Sunday. On Sunday, health officials reported the matter to the police. It was later confirmed that the individual and his family left the island aboard Air Canada before he got his results on Saturday.
The departure of the individual raises concern about the level of surveillance for people in self-quarantine. Minister Steele told the nation it is regrettable that this has happened, and they are taking steps to ensure it never happens again. He hinted legal action against the individual.
This is a level of dishonesty and recklessness such that we do not need at this time. We cannot stress enough, lives are already at stake without the added risk. We have followed up with that individual to ascertain his movements and mode of movement on the day he left the country undetected. We are also following up with relevant law enforcement authorities because, in our view, this is cause for liability.
According to Minister Steele, government has now invoked the Quarantine Act to further enforce compliance. The Act states that individuals who disobey are subject to a $10,000 fine or 6 months in prison. Health officials say with confirmed cases of COVID-19 on Ireland and pending results, contact tracing is critical, as it is the most important feature at this time in Grenada's fight against the spread of the coronavirus. Beverly Tellisford has more.
Coordinator of the COVID-19 Response Committee, Dr. George Mitchell, says the Ministry of Health is making good headway with the contact tracing from the confirmed cases, with the ministry successfully contacting at least 90% of the individuals.
The most important feature of this phase of the response is to try and get in touch with every single person that came into the country within the last 14 days. And we are making good headway in that. We have established some teams, and they are looking at the list of persons that we got from immigration, a complete list of all those who came broken down by parishes. And we have folks, we have volunteers, we have personnel calling these people to, one, ensure that they are observing the quarantine measures, and two, to find out how they are doing. If at any time, based on the questionnaire that we have developed for them, that we find anybody who are demonstrating or who have any symptoms that suggest that they may be becoming symptomatic, then we will elevate that person or persons to the contact tracing team.
When asked to give detail on the magnitude of contact tracing, Dr. Mitchell explained how extensive the contact tracing measures are.
We understood that a good 90% or even more of the persons who we are looking for have been traced down. In other words, there are more than one focuses of the endeavor. So, for example, you have a case in one part of the country, then you're looking for those people who have been in contact with that particular person. But I'm talking percentage-wise, we have a good over 90% and looking for. But this is a tedious job because the more you know, the more you find out, is the more you realize that maybe there is one or two more persons that you have to find out.
For GBN News, Beverly Telesford.
Well, it's April Fool's Day in Grenada, but in the fight against COVID-19, no one is out fooling around, as today also marks the first shopping day for Grenadians after the full lockdown was implemented 48 hours ago. Rena Pear has more in this report.
Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays are the days stipulated by government, allowing one person from each household to purchase goods only from small shops within their communities. With only these shops allowed to be open from 8 a.m. to 12 noon, people were seen in lines awaiting to buy their goods. A long line of vehicles was also seen as far as Mount Kay St. George as motorists awaited their turn to get fuel from Deco Industries gas station, opened only to service essential workers. Speaking to the media today, Assistant Commissioner of Police Jessamine Prince said so far people have been adhering to the social distance rules.
Yes, so far we've had full compliance in most of the areas that we've recognized that are open. The exercising of the limited space, limited amount of persons in the supermarket or the grocery store at any one time, we've seen that is being maintained throughout. So I think that in a general sense, the population is understanding what we are, and there are quite a bit of cooperation on the part of the population in respecting the social distancing protocol.
Members of the RGPF were out in their numbers assisting and ensuring the shopping day runs smoothly. ACP Prince is encouraging residents to continue to comply with the rules and maintain social distancing.
But every so often we have to intervene and ask persons to exercise, and in most cases we get compliance. But we really want to get to the point where we would not have to be telling you to do it. You just know that you have to do it because your safety, the security of your own personal life is at stake if you don't recognize that you have to do these things without you being told to do so.
At around 11 a.m., less people were seen on the streets and the gas station as they returned to the confinement of their homes before the clock struck 12. For GBN News, I am Rena Pear reporting.
With no cruise ship in port and the closure of commercial flights, people in the tourism sector are being adversely affected. Christina John takes a closer look in this report.
We are on the world's famous Grand Dance Beach, where the only forms of life are these chickens and the bashing of the waves on the seashore. Pretty unusual for a hot day like this, and we can understand why. The global pandemic's presence of COVID-19 has brought about a change to everything. An empty cruise ship terminal, no taxi operators and vendors' booths are shut. What should be the peak of the winter cruise season was brought to a halt as many countries, including Grenada, are now on total lockdown as they try to evade the spread of the deadly coronavirus. Janice Clarence, a vendor at the Grand Dance Craft and Spice Market, says this closure is not only affecting her, but other vendors who depend on tourists for their livelihood.
Well, we miss the cruise ship. To the cruise ship that come, sometimes we have about 100 people come on the beach because most of the people come to the beach. Yeah, so we don't get a good business on the beach when the people come with the cruise ship. Well, in the day, most of the time, the people come more in the afternoon. But we have our local people, and plus we get guesses.
Janice says any assistance they can get will certainly be welcomed. She hopes life will soon return to normal.
I believe they will give all the vendors something, and we will appreciate it. But still, at the end of the day, we all have our light bill and things to pay. Because we have bills which we pay down, like we have we own. We pay, we can't bill, we pay, we rent. So we have bills to pay.
Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell, during a press conference on Monday, offered a ray of hope to those in the tourism sector affected by the coronavirus. He indicated that government is considering giving assistance to vendors to recover some of their lost income. However, there are a few critical areas to be looked at.
So the hardest task we face right now is identifying the vendors, because we want to help the vendors, the tourist vendors who normally would do well at this time of the year. They get nothing right now because all the cruise ships have not come to our shores. So and the market vendors, we have agreed, while some of them can sell some of the produce in Marketing Board, we don't believe Marketing Board will pay them the price that they normally will get from individual members like us who go to the market. So we will want to give them something too. But where do you get that data? I mean, in the case of the workers in the hotel, they're on the Inland Revenue file, so you could go and find out how much they were making and so on. But market vendors, bus drivers, taxi drivers, a lot of work has to be put in place. We're working at it, and I think we're getting.
Reporting from the picturesque Grand Anse Beach, I am Chrislina John for GBN News.
We're live here at the Grenada Broadcasting Network. Still to come from us, police investigate discovery of body in Boca and general crime rate reduced. Stay with us.
Hey, Lynn.
Hey, neighbor.
Here's the bill I asked you to pay for me.
How did you get your electricity bill to be so low?
For one, we size our transformers just for what we need. And we unplug transformers, chargers, and other devices when they're not in use. We also replaced our light bulbs with LEDs.
They burn less energy, right?
Much less. I even replaced the seal on my refrigerator door to keep the cold air in.
And Grenlec is always advising us not to open the fridge too often.
That's right. And my family washes and irons in bulk.
With fuel prices changing all the time, how do you know if it is working?
We pay attention to the usage history table. Over time, our average usage has decreased.
So while Grenada can't control fuel prices, I can conserve energy and save money.
Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
When I need shelter, warmth, security, I know you'll be there. Something in these moments lets me know you care. Maybe the way you shield me, maybe it's your smiles and the way you tell me it's okay to try. Now I'm invincible. I can pack my sack, I can take the long road, 'cause it's okay to look back if I am scared. I know you're there. Arise, together there's no limit to what we can do. Arise, with no wings, fly. Arise, and we're so high, enjoy the view.
This is Ariza, your financial freedom, your future.
Despite the situation we now face, one thing is for certain. We will get through this together. As much as we are a part of your community, you are a part of who we are. Let's take care of each other during this time, as we always do. And soon, we know that with the dawn of that new day, all of this will be over, and our land will once again be healed. In the meantime, stay safe. Know that we're here for you. Courts, bringing value home.
Are you looking to rent chairs and tables? Then then call Waggy T Rentals. We rent tables and chairs for any event. We have 7 different types of chairs: plastic, folding chairs, gray and white, resin white chairs, conference chairs, even Shivari chairs in gold and white. We also rent 6 feet and 8 feet rectangular folding tables, 4 feet and 5 feet round tables, and even cocktail tables. Give us a call at 444-RENT. That's 444-7368. Or visit our office at Frequente Industrial Park, Grand Anse, St. George.
So you're looking for doors and windows that look sophisticated and are very secure? Then St. Lou Metals is your one-stop shop. Our windows and doors make sure your home not only looks great, but is more secure. We manufacture shower enclosures, doors, windows for residential and commercial properties using high-grade material and the latest technology. If you want to save money and improve your home's appearance, you have made the right choice by shopping at St. Lou Metals. For a free quotation, visit us today at the Frequente Industrial Park or call us at 439-6538 or 439-6539.
It's new, innovative and classy, and it cut above the rest. Your one-stop shop for bathtubs, kitchenette, customized doors and windows, and even a new paint job. We also sell quartz and solid surface countertops. At M&N Hardware, we offer best prices, excellent service, efficiency, and reliability. Visit us at Dusty Highway, Grand Anse, St. George, or call telephone number 440-6757. M&N Hardware, from foundation to roof. Let's build together.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Remember to wash your hands to stop the coronavirus. Finish.
This message is brought to you by Mount Pure Mineral Water, silver medalist in the 2020 Berkeley Springs International Water Tasting Competition.
Use clay, it washing cleaner than ever. Oh mama, oi, oh mama, oi, in every household must have it, oi. Highly effective, stain removal, lemon freshness, antibacterial washing powder, fresh and clean. Fresh and clean. When I put on me clothes, me must win. When I wash me clothes, no other detergent could ever wash me clothes like this.
Now buy 3 bottles of Clay's dishwashing liquid for only $8. Available at Best for Less Supermarket, Eat Fresh Supermarket, M&C Joe's Supermarket, Hope Pride Supermarket, The Food Fairs, Carenage and Grand Anse, Roberts Enterprise, Springs Food Mart, and Charlo's Supermarket.
Other Clay's products available: hand sanitizer, fabric softener, hand washing liquid, dishwashing liquid, and toilet cleaners. Distributed by Fortune Foods Company Limited, Tempe, St. George.
Offyo.com. Sale. All the outlets, hotspot outlets. You're going to go to the Carenage, the Grenville, or the Sutter's hotspot, and you get sales and deals on all items. items. You can get these on potato, you can get these on saltfish, onion, garlic, mackerel, toilet paper, and we even have the currants and the raisin at $10 per pound, lowest price island-wide. So people just come down or go up or go across, but just make sure and go to hot spots.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Republic Bank assures all personal, small business, commercial, and corporate banking customers of our continued support during these uncertain times. We have extended a moratorium on all loans, including mortgages and student loans, for up to 6 months. However, there is an option to opt out of this arrangement only upon request. Late fees on credit cards, loan repayments, and overdrawn accounts are being waived, as well as penalties for early withdrawals of certificate of deposit accounts. These measures will be in place for 6 months. To opt out of the moratorium, please email us at customercare@republicgrenada.com by April 15th, 2020.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Hello again. Several people are currently in custody, assisting police with their investigation into the death of a man in Boca St. George. Here's the report.
Police responded to a report of the discovery of a body of a man early Wednesday morning in Boca St. George. The deceased, who was not identified by police and is said to be in his late 30s, was discovered lying on the ground near where he temporarily resided, bleeding from the head. Preliminary reports from the police indicate that a gun was used in the incident. GBN visited the scene this morning and spoke to one resident who did not wish to appear on camera, who said gunshots were heard in the area at around midnight.
Well, I heard a shot, a pause, and then 2 shots, around 5 to 12. So the dogs were barking really loud, and seemed like somebody was walking somewhere along the road. Well, I stayed inside. I didn't look out. Curfew. My business was inside my place, not outside. This morning, I heard people were saying there's a man lying dead out the road. And that was it. The police came. Well, the police came around 7:02. And, well, LACWA came around 9 o'clock. The doctor came. Doctor probably came around minutes 8 or after 8. Well, I heard who it was. I didn't go looking. I wasn't curious.
Following this morning's discovery, video footage circulating on social media accused members of the Royal Grenada Police Force of committing the crime. One person posted threats against the police and the Prime Minister. At today's press conference, Head of Community Relations Department of the RGPF, Superintendent Vani Kerwin, shut down the rumors, adding that the force is vigorously investigating the threats and have detained people who are assisting with their investigations.
I can confirm that we are currently investigating the murder, and I want to be categorically clear here on this particular question, Rina. I want to say to the Grenadian public, there is no police involvement in the shooting. I am making this point because this is the news that I've been making the round on social media all morning. There is no police involvement in the shooting. We are currently investigating a possible murder of committed with a gun. We are starting our investigation very vigorously. We do have a number of persons in custody who is assisting us with our investigations, and that is all I do wish to say on this particular point. The other question that you asked, Rina, about the threats to the Prime Minister and law enforcement. We are vigorously pursuing this individual. We have had a number of leads. We think we probably know who it is, and we will leave no stone unturned to find whoever is responsible.
Police were observed patrolling the area heavily this morning. For GBN News, Beverly Telesford.
Now, in the wake of the report of Grenada's 7th murder, the Royal Grenada Police Force has announced a significant drop in general crimes. Superintendent Vanny Cohen says this could be attributed to the extended curfew.
We have seen a reduction not only in sexual abuse or child abuse, we have seen a significant reduction in crimes generally since the measures were announced on the 25th of March. In fact, looking at the crime statistics for the last couple of mornings, I don't remember seeing any sexual-related crime or any child abuse-related crime.
The number of traffic accidents has also declined.
The statistics for all offences have been significantly reduced. Our traffic accident has been significantly reduced. In fact, for the first day of this week, we had 7 traffic accidents throughout the entire island. 6 were minor, and there were 1 major accident. Up to 6 this morning, from 6 yesterday morning, there was no traffic accident in the state of Grenada, Carrigo, and Petit Martinique. No traffic accident. So these measures have significantly put a handle on what has been happening before, and we can only urge members of the public or Grenadian brothers and sisters to keep and maintain the status quo as it is now.
COVID-19 is taking lives and stirring political passions. U.S. President Donald Trump has been accused of stirring political strife by referring to COVID-19 as the Chinese virus. Here in Grenada, there's no less stirring of the political pot as people dissect the country's response. Joseph McKee-Smith has been listening to both sides of the political divide and has this report.
Prime Minister and political leader of the New National Party, Dr. Keith Mitchell, has urged people to leave the politics aside and focus on stemming the spread of the COVID-19 virus. During a news conference on Monday, the Grenadian leader said that this was no time for political gerrymandering.
To know that we are being accused of bringing Chinese plane in the midnight, as if I decided to import the virus through China. Strange enough, as we have always said, private planes have consistently come in at different times. And there were no one who came in here who had left China within 14 days. But strange enough, all the contamination that we've had so far, not one from mainland China.
On Tuesday, Deputy Chairman of the National Democratic Congress, Kennedy Roberts, also highlighted the attacks leveled against the party by people who wanted to turn the issue into a political football.
If you look at social media, the NDC is getting some licks from certain persons who feel that we're not aggressive enough and we're not saying enough and we're not hitting at the government enough and we're not political enough. And Sister Franca is trying to say, listen, there's a time for everything. This is a new type of leadership in the party. Don't expect Sister Franca to jump up and make noise on every issue. No. She is going to say what she has to say in a manner which is a planned thing. We're not going to, because Dr. Mitchell speak last night, jump up and say something today. Because he come in and speak, say something before. No.
And on Monday, Prime Minister Mitchell also found it necessary to ask that the politics be left out of the COVID equation.
In this time, there should be no politics. No politics at all. I would make any decision I have to make now and face the consequences of losing votes, saving lives. My main objective right now, save lives. I'm not interested in votes. Now, the time will come when I would use votes as a priority. This is not the time. And I hope and pray that every single Grenadian, Caracunian, Petit Martinican, understand this is a time of absolute unity.
During an appearance on GBN's To The Point program, Roberts was accused of being critical against government's public education and information strategy. One of the callers sparred with him about what he deemed to be his unnecessary criticism of the government.
You know, no matter what I say, those who have a problem with the messenger would always, I didn't say nothing was done. You asked what we have been done differently, and I said, and I believe the NDC would have intensified it. It would have been a lot more broad-based. Even, you know, the time for the politics will come, trust me. And if you think what I'm doing here is being partisan and being political, you ain't see nothing here.
Overcoming COVID-19 seems to be a far way off, but based on the feedback from the two main political camps, it may feature as a major talking point once political campaigns are engaged and shots are flung across the green and yellow bows of the political flotilla. Joseph McKee-Smith, GBN News.
All right, time for this evening's GBN Eye Saw. Compliments Clear Vision Eye Center.
Our ISO reporter sent us a video of motorists as they waited in a long line for gas today. It's the first break in the curfew, and people were out and about to purchase necessities for the lockdown. You can send in your photos and video submissions via our social media platforms. A good eye captures all. GBN ISO is brought to you by Clear Vision.
You know us, but we knew. You feel at home with every visit. An experienced team offering personalized courtier service and trendy brand name lifestyle products. We're changing the vision care landscape one customer at a time. Clear Vision Eye Center. People and technology coming together to help you see the world with a clearer vision.
Still ahead from us, Nawasa announces disruption in service. Stay with us.
Tropical shipping is fast and reliable. Always on time, safe and affordable. Friendly staff here to connect you. Tropical worldwide, you must get you. Shop online and you get it on time. Hassle free to meet your deadline. Consolidate any size, any load with tropical shipping, so we ship everything. I can't wait to ship with tropical. I can't wait. No package too big, too small. I cannot wait to ship with tropical. No package too big, too small. Just ship with tropical.
Local agents, George F. Huggins and Company, Grenada Limited. A telephone number 440-8787 or visit our website at www.tropical.com. Email us at grenadasales@tropical.com. Tropical Shipping, committed to island life.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of it, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016, or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
It's detox time again at Nirvana Natural Health Clinic Detox Center. The festive season is over, so let's start 2020 looking and feeling like a boss with our many body cleansing options. Purchase detox products as low as $50. Purchase detox combo packs as low as $100. Receive 10% off on all in-house colonic irrigation treatments. Take control of your health now. Don't delay. Call us on 231-6642, 418-7115, or 449-7753. We are located in Belmont St. George's, close to the Fall Edge area. These offers are valid from January to March or while stocks last. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic Detox Center. Detox your way to health.
So you're looking for doors and windows that look sophisticated and are very secure? Then St. Lou Metals is your one-stop shop. Our windows and doors make sure your home not only looks great, but is more secure. We manufacture shower enclosures, doors, windows for residential and commercial properties using high-grade material and the latest technology. If you want to save money and improve your home's appearance, you have made the right choice by shopping at St. Lou Metals. For a free quotation, visit us today at the Frequente Industrial Park or call us at 439-6538 or 439-6539.
You know us, but we knew. You feel at home with every visit. An experienced team offering personalized courtier service and trendy brand name lifestyle products. We're changing the vision care landscape one customer at a time. Clear Vision Eye Center. People and technology coming together to help you see the world with a clearer vision.
Hello again. Communities in the parishes of St. George and St. David receiving water distribution from the Les Avocats and Mardi Gras water systems will experience water interruptions effective Wednesday as the dry season continues to impact water supply. We have more in this report.
The National Water and Sewage Authority, NAWASA, is instituting valve regulations for the Les Avocats and Mardi Gras water systems, 7 communities in the parishes of St. George and St. David. With effect from Wednesday, the Les Avocats and Mardi Gras water systems will see disruptions in service to Beirut, Minoka, Winter Forest, Apsley, Pedmota, Marianne, St. Paul's, Richmond Hill, Montjaloux, Laborie, Hopeville, and Creighton. The Mardi Gras water system disruption will affect Mardi Gras, Antoine Hill, parts of St. Paul's, Beirut, Cobotown, Bay Gardens, Africa, and parts of Mount Parnassus, Mondelez, and Old Wester Hall. NAWASA said these changes will remain unless otherwise advised. The company says these disruptions are necessary as it is faced with distribution challenges as a result of the present dry season facing Grenada and the rest of the region. The company is advising customers that as the peak of the dry season approaches, with the continued threat of COVID-19, which requires increased use of water for personal hygiene, such as hand washing, NAWASA is strongly advising customers to conserve and limit non-essential uses, such as for power washing of paved surfaces, such as roads, sidewalks, driveways, garages, etc. Washing of vehicles with hoses, irrigation of lawns and gardens. NAWASA is reminding customers that while it is committed to meeting the needs of every consumer, individuals are also reminded of their personal responsibility to ensure they collect and store a minimum of 35 gallons of water per person per day for a 3-day period, taking into consideration the needs of their households and pets. NAWASA says the current projections for the remainder of the dry season will certainly bring additional stress for all water systems, and others may be added to the list as necessary. Cherian Blackman Stephen, GBN News.
With regard to the 24-hour curfew, which is scheduled to end on the 6th of April, The question posed to Facebook viewers was, what is your take on the 24-hour curfew? Here's Gerard Joseph with some of the views expressed by our followers.
People who need to go to the medical station, how can they go? There is no bus, especially those who don't have private transportation. It's mostly the poor and aging people who will suffer the most from this, when no money or food for them to survive on, although it's for a good cause. Absolutely necessary, since some of us choose to act like we are hearing impaired, or in some cases, completely lost our hearing and sight.
Gerard Joseph there. Keep following us on GBN Television Facebook page. Stay with us. We'll be back with the weather and the sports news.
There is currently no vaccine to prevent coronavirus disease 2019 or COVID-19. The best way to prevent illness is to avoid being exposed to the virus. However, everyday preventative actions to help prevent the spread of COVID-19 disease include washing your hands often with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. Always wash hands with soap and water if hands are visibly dirty. Use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer with at least 60% alcohol. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze with a paper napkin, then throw the napkin in the trash. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects and surfaces using a regular household cleaning spray, a wipe, or paper towel. Eat lots of colored fruits and vegetables to help boost your immune system. This reminder is made available by Grenada Paper Products, manufacturers of Royal, Quick and Easy, and Horizon paper towels and napkins.
And so it begins, a journey like no other. Jungles so lush, they make emeralds jealous. Water that sparkles like diamonds. Mountains with more facets than precious gems. This is where good times are had, where love is strengthened, where memories are formed. And when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will never fade. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
Esplanade Mall St. George's, Maurice Bishop International Airport, and Sandals Grenada Resort. Telephone number 230-1023.
Washing cleaner than ever. Oh mama, oi, oh mama, oi. In every household, must have it, oi. Highly effective. Stain removal, lemon freshness. Antibacterial washing powder. Fresh and clean, fresh and clean. When I put on me clothes, me must win. When I wash me clothes, no other detergent could ever wash me clothes like this.
Now buy 3 bottles of Clay's dishwashing liquid for only $8. Available at Best for Less Supermarket, Eat Fresh Supermarket, M&C Jones Supermarket, Hope Pride Supermarket, The Food Fairs, Carenage and Grandance, Roberts Enterprise, Springs Food Mart, and Charlo Supermarket.
Other Clay's products available: hand sanitizer, fabric softener, hand washing liquid, dishwashing liquid, and toilet cleaners. Distributed by Fortune Foods Company Limited, Tempe St. George.
The public is hereby advised that the offices of Sun General Insurance, St. George's and Grenville would be closed from March 26th until further notice. Should you require assistance, please contact us at the following numbers. On mobiles, 420-2348, 405-8736, 405-8734, or 405-8732. Payments can be made directly to our bank account at any of the CIBC First Caribbean International Bank outlets.
Keeping an eye on the weather, this is GBN. We've got you covered.
Weather for Grenada, Carriacou and Petite Martinique valid for tonight and the following 3 days. Weather tonight, fair with a low chance of occasional isolated showers. Tonight's minimum temperature 22.5 degrees Celsius. Wind easterly at 5 to 15 miles per hour, becoming variable to calm at times. Sea slight to moderate, waves 3 to 5 feet in open water. Tides high at 9 p.m., low at 4:50 a.m. Sunrise tomorrow morning 6:04. The weather on Thursday, the 2nd day of April, mostly fair. On Friday the 3rd, mostly fair, becoming partly cloudy at times, mainly in the morning. And on Saturday the 4th, generally fair with possible isolated showers. I invite you to stay with us now for the sports news. Up next. Hello sporting fans, the great game of cricket will certainly make a comeback. When that day will be, we cannot say, but now is the time for us all to unite in this COVID-19 fight. The words of President of Cricket West Indies, Ricky Skerritt, in an apparent letter to cricket lovers and members of the West Indies family. Highlighting the current reality, Skerritt encouraged cricket fans to give their full support to members of essential services and first responders. The Cricket West Indies president also urged West Indies players to remain fit, healthy and ready for the return of cricket. All Champions League and Europa League matches have been suspended until further notice by UEFA because of the global coronavirus pandemic. All national team games in June have also been postponed, including playoff matches for Euro 2020, and already postponed to 2021, and qualifying matches for the Women's Euro 2021. The European governing body's 55 member associations met on Wednesday. The Premier League is suspended until at least the 30th of April. The Euro 2020 playoffs are set to feature Northern Ireland, the Republic of Ireland and Scotland. Well, Dani Ceballos recognizes he faces an uncertain future at Arsenal and wants to be important for his new team. The Spain midfielder is on a season-long loan at the Gunners from Real Madrid, a deal which is due to expire on the 30th of June. With nearly all of the European football on lockdown due to the coronavirus pandemic, it remains to be seen when or even if the season will be finished and what the situation is for players like Ceballos if the campaign heads into July. Ceballos has had a hit-and-miss season and time at Arsenal, missing chunks of the season due to injury, but had worked his way into Mikel Arteta's plans before the Premier League grounds to a halt. Finally, in the sports news, Lionel Messi has taken aim at senior figures behind the scenes at Barcelona following confirmation of a massive wage cut to help the club during the coronavirus pandemic. It was confirmed on Monday that players have agreed to reduce salaries by 70% and make further financial contributions to ensure that all club employees are able to take home the full value of their wages during Spain's state of emergency. The news came following reports of a disagreement between senior Barcelona players and club directors over the degree of wage reduction. Club captain Messi issued a statement on behalf of the players, which was soon shared by other members of the first team squad, in which he insisted they had always been happy to reduce their pay in order to help the club and its staff during the national lockdown. The message accused those in charge of Barcelona of placing the players under unfair levels of scrutiny while negotiations over wage cuts continued. That is the sports news for the moment. Up next, Around the Globe. Around the globe, Trinidad and Tobago has recorded its fifth COVID-19 related death. Here's all we can tell you. The patient is an elderly man with a pre-existing medical condition. In a statement, the Ministry of Health said as of Wednesday morning, 556 samples have been submitted to the Caribbean Public Health Agency, CARPHA, for testing for COVID-19. 89 samples have tested positive, while 5 deaths have been recorded. 1 person has since been discharged. The Ministry of Health said of the total number of positive cases, 49 came from the group of nationals who recently returned from a cruise. The government of Dominica plans to put new measures in place in its continuing efforts to contain the spread of the dreaded COVID-19 pandemic. Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit said among measures his government is considering is to have grocery shops in various villages and supermarkets open at specific times. The 2-day curfew was lifted on Tuesday. Prime Minister Skerrit said government intends to continue the measures but will allow for certain activities to take place during specified times. The Dominican authorities are also considering special operating hours for supermarkets and for minibuses to have 1 passenger per row. And outrage is growing in Ecuador's most populous city of Guayaquil, as residents are sharing videos of bodies dumped in the streets. Forensic services are struggling to pick up the bodies of those who have died in recent days, not only from coronavirus, but also from other causes. Relatives are reporting waiting times of up to 4 days, and some have resorted to leaving the bodies outside their homes. Stay with us. We'll be back to remind you of the headlines. A reminder of the headlines if you're just tuning into the broadcast. 1 new case of COVID-19 confirmed. COVID-19 case flees Grenada. Shops open for villagers during first curfew break. Police investigate murder in Boca. In the sports news, cricket, West Indies President Ricky Skerrit calls for a united fight against COVID-19. And in Around the Globe, Trinidad and Tobago records its 5th COVID-19 related death. Alrighty, just to of course bring you up to speed with what's going to happen, there'll be an address from the National Democratic Congress, and of course it will be live right here on the Grenada Broadcasting Network, right after television news. So that's going to be it for now. I'm Ken Ribetes. Thank you for joining us. Until next time, we'll keep in touch. Good night.